Becoming independent. Becoming independent, and it is being free from outside control, not subject to another's authority, or not depending on another person for survival. When I read the book yesterday or Monday, you heard about the goal of CSME is to make you become financially independent. There are 3 different ways of becoming independent. We can talk about emotional independence, mental independence, and financial independence. But what I'm talking about is financial independence. Now, when we talk about becoming independent, there is a way people see it, there's a way people think about it. Becoming independent is running from the fact that your mother will ask you to wash plates in the morning, your mother will wake you up from bed very early in the morning, financially independent. You are a boss of your own. You are a master of your own. Like, you work for yourself, that you are able to fend for yourself and fend for others. Because when some persons also hear about independence, they say, wait a reason. They just feel like, okay, independence is the fact that I'll just move out from my father's house like Abraham, go and get married to a wife, you are independent. Reasons why being independent is very important. Number 1, it is a moment and a time for reflection. When you are independent, when you are on your own, it's a time whereby you reflect on yourself. Now that I no longer live with my mom, now that I no longer live with my dad, now that I'm no longer in our family house, what can I do with my life? What can I do with my life? Most of you are graduates. What can you do with your life? What can you do to add value to your life? What can you do to add meaning to your life? When you are independent, that's the time you take time to think, because there's nobody there to distract you. And I always say that the best moment for reflection is around 2 a.m. 2 a.m. The birds, everything is asleep that time. You are up. In fact, when you shout, all your neighbors, they will come out because everybody is calm. There is fresh breeze. That's when you sit and you ask yourself a question. At this point in my life, what do I really need for myself? As the day comes, it goes by. Okay, we are fine, we are good. This is a new month. We are fine, we are good. Okay, January has passed. We are now in February. What is the way forward? That's one thing that independence will do to you. When you are independent, you have that time to think. You have that time to reflect. You have that time to be on your own. Being independent is important. You are responsible for your action and your decisions. When you become an independent person, the actions you take, the decisions you take, you are responsible. Because most of the times when we are living with our family members, anything that happens, you say, it's because my father said, my dad, it's because of my elder sister, it's because of my elder brother. But when you are on your own, every action you take, you are responsible. Most of us, when we are independent, we make certain kind of decisions. We don't reflect. We don't think about the future. We only think about now. That's why even when you are going to rent a house, think, how long can I maintain this lifestyle? How long can I pay this house? How long can I withstand the challenges and the difficulties that will come when me, as an individual, are renting a house? Number 3 importance. You don't work for others, but for yourself. When you are independent, you don't work for others, but you work for yourself. What do I mean? Lots of time when we are living in a house with our uncles, our aunties, our parents, your father will say, let's go to the farm. You go and work for your father. And when the crops are ready, he decides what to give you. Because you are living with him, you work for him. But when you are on your own, you work for yourself. Importance. When you are independent, it reduces the burden you place on others. When you become an independent person, it reduces the burden you place on others. Sometimes when we live in a family house, and then you pick a phone, you call your sister, he knows that you want to ask for money. He will not even pick the call. When you call this one, they will not pick because they know you want to ask them for money. But now when you are independent, it reduces that burden. They know that, okay, independent, you become a better version of you. Sometimes when you are living in the house, you know, this one is doing this one is doing that one. There's division of labor. With this point, that's what I'm trying to explain. When you live together, there's division of labor. So you don't really know your capacity. Like, what can you do on your own? That capacity is not there. But when you are independent, you know sometimes I have to go to work. by 7 o'clock. So I need to make sure that by 5 I'm up. I do my dishes, I clean my house, I make my bed. In fact, I sweep, I carry my water before I go to work. But when you are living together, you can wake you up at even 6:30, just bathe and you are off to work. But when you are on your own, you know that no, maybe I will close to work very late. So I have to get up early, carry water, dry clean my floor, maybe make my bed, clean my house before I go to work. So when you are independent, that is the moment whereby you become the better version of you. Especially those that grow up with houses whereby their house helps. They don't do anything. Everything, tell the house help. Iron my dress for me, make food for me, do this one for me, do that one for me. Because you are not able to do those things because there are people there to do it for you. But when you move out from your father's house, you move out from your mother's house, you go on your own. That's when you discover the real you. And people think that being independent helps you stay away from discipline. Most people would like to be independent because they think that when you are independent, you stay away from discipline. Nobody will controlling you. Like, you know, when you live with your mom, you go out and come back late. She will discipline you. Mildred, why are you coming back by 10 p.m.? Why? Then you feel like when you go and you are independent, it's because you don't want people to be independent. Is an easy way to succeed. You feel like the fact that you are living together in a house, when you collect salary, you have to give your junior brother, you have to give your mother, you have to give your father, your uncle in the village, you have to help all of them. So when you leave the house, you go and be on your own, you will not be helping people. It's a lie. If you like, you leave from Cameroon, you go to America, people will still call you and ask for money. So don't think that the fact that you no longer live in a house, you are now on your own, they will not still call you. They will still call you. But that is the reason why you are going to be independent. So you can isolate yourself for some time, you work, then you can help yourself and help others. Number 3, other people think that you become stress-free when you are independent. When you are independent, there's nothing like stress-free. See, the time they tell you your rentage will expire in 2 weeks' time. And then those who leave their houses, they just go and rent and they're not doing them anything. They tell you your rent will expire in 2 weeks. That's when you go to Shanzier. You are looking for house help. In fact, that time you are looking for any kind of job because you need to pay rent. Let me tell you, independence will not make you to be a stress-free person. There are things you are still going to stress on. How to feed, how to be able to meet up with your bills, how to live your dream life. You are still going to stress. The fact is that what? Others think that you don't give people or help people your money when you are independent. You just spend your money anyhow. You can just leave. You go and buy like 10 shawarma. Look at some people. So shawarma is the reason why you want to go and be independent. And then when you buy shawarma like that, you can eat and your genius don't know reasons. Don't be independent for negative reasons. Work to be independent for the rightful reasons. Reasons that will make you grow. Reasons that will make you expand. Reasons that will make you become the better you. Not for negative reasons. Work. Discover yourself. What can you do on your own? In the absence of your mom and your dad, can you still survive? Work to be on your own. That is what I'm talking about this morning. I just want to encourage all of you. Work on your dreams.